say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Let's talk about marriage.
They have like a 2-second rebound rate and you're back doing the next pain in the ass thing.
Parenting. Oh my gosh.
They have sucked the pretty right out of me. They treat me like it, and I do their laundry. Lucky me.
Sex.
I'm caught between two evils. I generally like to take the one I never tried.
Scary stuff like ghosts. I know it's totally out of left field, but just go with me on this.
Boo, you whore.
Love.
And give you what you need. That's all. I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can. What's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
Friendships.
Wink and her necklace says best friends forever.
You sure you wanted to say forever? I don't think you guys will be best friends forever, no offense, but sometimes you grow apart. And maybe she'll find a new best friend. They end up doing everything together.
I caught it early. Thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode of the podcast. Still Awkward with Sadie. Be sure to hit that automatic download and subscribe button and leave a comment if you would like to. No pressure, but we love it. And I love that people send stuff in to talk about, whether it's on social media or it's through email. You could find me multiple ways, but people are sending me a ton of stuff about Siamese twins. Ryan, I think that that's what I'm becoming synonymous for.
Siamese twins?
Anytime Siamese twins comes up, there are multiple.
Is it Siamese twins or is it conjoined twins?
Aren't they the same thing?
I don't know. You're the expert in it.
Why don't you look it up right now?
Because I'm not sitting in front of a computer and you're the expert with it.
Okay. Yes, it's the exact same thing.
You can't just say that.
Yes, I can. If you're not going to look it up, then how are we going to figure this out?
Are Siamese twins and conjoined twins the same thing?
It's the same.
According to Sadie, yes. Siamese twins and no, I didn't say according to Sadie, but yes, it is. Refer to the same phenomenon, but conjoined twins is preferred and more appropriate.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, because there's certain things you can and can't say, and I could see how Siamese twins would be offensive to Asian people. Wouldn't you? I mean, isn't that probably why they changed it?
It originated a famous pair of conjoined twins from Siam, now Thailand, who gained notoriety in the 19th century. So that's why, because of one of the first.
Ryan, what if I told you I already know this because people are sending me everything out there on the
internet? Then you should have
Siamese
said it when you asked me to look it up, Sadie.
Oh, no, I said they were the same thing.
Yes.
And you were just wanting to check that out and make sure you were fact checking. We're going to jump right into it today because I saw something today. I'm trying to think of which story I should start with. I saw something today and I was like, this is so mind blowing. And it wasn't mind blowing to you, but it was mind blowing to me. We got in the backpack, Murphy's in third grade. We got in her backpack school pictures, like a form where you can order school pictures. And they say they still have the same corny background, like lasers, and that really hasn't changed a ton. But here's what has changed. You can pay an upcharge to airbrush your child's face. So if your child has acne or a scar, I mean, for whatever reason, you can actually pay for it if you have like a stray strand of hair that's just randomly kind of, like hanging down. You can pay and they will take that off. I find this to be so incredibly unfair because I think every one of my school pictures throughout the years was just awful, whether it was acne or my hair was sticking up strange for whatever reason. And I just feel like it's complete bullshit that now kids don't have to deal with that. Also, if you're in high school, because the example that they used in the pamphlet, the picture example that they used was a kid with acne, like high school age boy with acne. And he had acne, and then they're like, look at what happens with your airbrush. And it's the exact same picture, only he doesn't have acne. That's weird because wouldn't they go to school and people would be like, what? You got the airbrush picture? Right? Do kids still hand out pictures to their
doesn't
friends?
happen. No one hands out pictures to their friends anymore.
Oh, really?
That does not happen.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Like here, I got 400 wallets for my senior pictures, and I'm going to write a little note on the back of it and pass it out to all of my friends.
Did you do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I totally did that.
Yeah.
Yikes. And that's not a thing. But
I just signed mine. I didn't really write a note. I was just like, Ryan Young.
But listen, you're not really then looking back at who you were at that time. You know what I mean? Like I'll look back and be like, oh, I still remember that zit on my forehead on picture day. And
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What about right now?
Oh, being airbrushed?
Yeah. Because that same argument would hold true. Because in 10 years, you're going to look back, 20 years, you're going to look back.
You're right.
Yeah. Do you still do that a little bit?
That's a good point. I do sometimes.
Yeah.
I do this. And in all fairness, the video that I record and I post and the clips that I record and I post are so airbrushed, but it's because I can't figure out how to turn it down. It's on like what's crazy, it's on like a medium setting, but you can't see any of my freckles. And so it looks fake, but I don't know how to change it, nor have I really gone that out of my way to figure it out. Cause you know, I don't think I look terrible airbrushed, but you're right. It's like not a very good representation of the truth. And I don't know. I think if you can't look back and cringe just a little bit on your school photos, then what was it all for? Well,
yeah. And now they do airbrushing and you were very upset by it.
I know. I just think that sends such a bad message. You know, I do think they're going to look back, these kids, and be like, oh, damn. But I'm going to look back too at these videos and be like, you idiot. But I'll just laugh about it. But that's all I'm going to say about that topic.
Okay.
The next thing that I wanted to talk about was we talked a little bit yesterday. Well, we talked a lot yesterday about the whole Cracker Barrel situation, how a higher up came in and she decided to make some changes. So she made the changes to the logo. The inside of the Cracker Barrel restaurant is no longer like shovels on the wall and old fashioned-y stuff, old cans and stuff. It's now more up to date. It's very farmhouse chic and it's soulless, if you ask me. And Ryan was saying, because I said, what would you do if you were in charge over there right now, seeing such backlash of people who are really angry about this change? I was surprised at how many people are angry about this. What would you do? And you said the best thing that they could do is come out and apologize and say, we're so sorry for making these changes. And
we overstepped our bounds. We didn't realize how tied in and interweaved our audience felt with Cracker Barrel. We're very appreciative of how you feel about that. And because you feel about that and you own part of this, here's what we're going to do. We're sorry.
A free bloomin' onion. But there was an update today.
So something came out. The Cracker Barrel corporate did make a statement and it says, quote, "If the last few days have shown us anything, it's how deeply people care about Cracker Barrel," the company posted on its website. "You've also shown us that we could have done a better job in sharing who we are and who will always be. We know we won't always get everything right the first time. We know we won't always get." See that they're literally like, what is that? That's how they wrote that.
That's the official statement.
We know we won't always get everything right.
Is that a joke?
The first time.
Like a play on words? Like we're not going to get everything right.
Either they wrote it on the website the incorrect way or the article's reporting it the incorrect way. But we'll keep testing, learning, and listening to our guests and our employees, the post continued. And then it just goes into, backlash of what's happened and whatnot. And then people just talking about how, they feel ownership about it and they won't go again. They came out and apologized, but they didn't come out and say that they were going to do.
Well, they
did the steps they were going to take to help it and whatnot. And that's where they're going to mess up. The apology is a good thing, but these people feel offended. They do. Right? If you're a Cracker Barrel enthusiast, you feel like it's part of your identity. You're offended by it. You got to go deeper on the apologies.
50% off.
Well, you got to go deeper on the apologies. You got to go, we're going to keep old Herschel in this. We're going to do that and then watch it take back off. Something else that was in here. So this CEO who has been the CEO for not even 2 years, year and a half.
Coming in and shaking it up.
She's been a board member at Vivid Seats, Cole Haan, was at Taco Bell and Starbucks. She spent 12 years at Starbucks.
Okay.
Right? That to me does not a history of the companies that she's
like Starbucks is very far removed from Cracker Barrel.
It's incredibly far removed.
Yeah.
And she came in and it looks like they applied some of the same methods, but didn't understand who it actually is.
Yeah, but again, we talked, and we won't harp on this because you can listen to yesterday's episode where we did harp on it. I did read it's only in some test markets, and I think they're going to backpedal
But they need to come out and say they're backpedaling.
Because essentially what they were hoping to see was they'd change it in the test markets, and then it would go so well that they would then push it out among all the Cracker Barrels in the country. But then people freaked out. And so now I think they're going to backstep, and I don't think they're going to make any changes to majority of them.
But listen to what the CEO, Julie, had to say. And Julie, again, board member at Cole Haan, Starbucks, 12 years. This is what she said last year. The way that we communicate, the things on the menu, the way the stores look and feel, all of these things came up time and time again in our research as opportunity for us to really regain relevancy. That's the part right there.
To that.
That's the part
relevancy.
For us to regain. Their revenue continues to go up year over year.
Yeah.
It's their operations that's losing them money.
Right. Right. And again, we went into
to
that yesterday.
Regain relevancy.
She doesn't sound likable or very in touch.
Nope.
She doesn't seem like she grew up there, going on a Sunday to sit in the rocking chairs with her family. And
She's been in too many C-suites.
She has been in too many suites.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unlike your old story we were talking about Target. Did you hear about this?
No, what?
They have a new CEO.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what his previous jobs were?
What?
He spent the last 23 years at Target going from intern to now CEO.
No shit.
Isn't that great?
That's really great.
Yeah. So he'll understand it. He'll get the culture.
He will.
Do that.
Enough about Cracker Barrel. We covered that enough yesterday, so I don't want to jump back.
Let's go back on to conjoined twins.
Oh my God. I wish I had an updated story about conjoined twins, but the stuff that I've been seeing and that's been sent, I've seen it all. I need a fresh scoop out there. No, I want to talk right now about an OnlyFans creator who became famous for sleeping with 583 men in just 6 hours. She came out and they did an article about her on Radar Online, which take it for what you will. But apparently her fiance had to stage an intervention after this stunt where she slept with 583 men in 6 hours because she wanted to do it again and again and again with more people. She says that she became obsessed with her X-rated career. And so all of her loved ones, get this, cringe. Her parents had to step in and be like, you're doing too many dudes. Like, how does that conversation go? We love, and what's great is, and good for her, I guess, but she said that she got caught up in the work. She truly cared about the work. She loves what she did, and she gets obsessed when it comes to her career. I love that she calls it a career. I mean, good for her. But, oh my God, that's 100 men an hour. I mean, I know that math isn't very hard.
I know.
But 100 dudes in an hour.
Which means one every like 35 seconds.
So here's how I heard this goes down, because there was another woman who did this recently.
Okay.
And I was reading about it. It was an actual article. And it was on like Spike, you know, how they do kind of more man-driven articles. Anyway,
Sure.
So I was reading about it, and here's what they do. And, you know, I don't want to get too in-depth because I don't know. What if your kid's in the car? But then why are you letting your kids listen to us? So in order to have this happen, you're right. Each man gets to come in the room. They all wait in a line. Each man comes in the room, gets 30 seconds.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's 600 people. Is this in a convention center? It's not at the Motel 6.
No, they actually rented out a room at Holiday Inn.
And then where did I've been there.
They were timed.
Holiday Inns are not very large. 600 people.
Well, they probably waited in the ballroom.
And
Could you imagine being on
all right,
cleanup
hey,
duty?
guys, here we go. Well, there's probably no cleanup to be done. 30 seconds?
I don't know. I mean, there are some dudes that are hard up because they did they said an open casting, which is really highfalutin for just dudes coming out to get 2 pumps and a.
So logistically, because I'm more concerned with logistics on this than anything.
Go.
All right. So she's in room 312 at the Holiday Inn upstairs. Okay. And the Holiday Inn is maybe 350 square feet. So you're maybe on the top level going to get 15 people in that room. And then you're shoulder to shoulder. Okay.
Well, I don't think that they're looking necessarily for privacy. I mean,
Yeah, no, I know.
was somebody there filming it the
Yeah,
entire
sure.
time.
Well, then there's less people that you could put in that room. But let's just go ahead and say there's 15, 20 people max. They got the suite at the Holiday Inn. Okay. There's 20 people max in there. And you're doing one every 30 seconds. That means every 10 minutes you're going through, all right, next group, come up, stand outside the door. And then you're just shuffling in and out. All these guys,
Yeah.
they're not, parts of them aren't clothed and they're just walking by. All right, you in, out.
Here's another thing that I'm curious about when it comes to the whole woman sleeps with 600 men in 6 hours. Not every dude is going to be primed for the pump and ready to rock. Like, that's got to be a lot of pressure if they're like, you're going to wait in line to get in for 4 hours and then you get 30 seconds. Do you think you could perform?
I would imagine that if you are raising your hand to say, I would go do this, you're going to be hard up to go.
So to speak. Yeah, I don't want to.
Pun intended.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but again, dudes have that thing where maybe they get up there and for some reason, they can't perform. They can't get the flagpole up, and then what happens?
Does it count?
Does it count? Does it count? I don't think that should count.
I don't know. According to one of our friends, they said that wouldn't count.
Oh, yeah. We have a friend who was convinced. And again, we are getting this episode, I'm going to have to put like
explicit,
but This is the red room today.
Okay. Can I tell it?
Yeah.
So as a guy, we have a friend who, as we were talking about history and past, and it's actually someone we hang out with all the time. So it's pretty comfortable. And they were saying, well, this many and this many, this many, right? What's your number? And he was like, well, just one, just my wife. And
we were all like, what?
You're a liar. And she's looking at him going, you are a liar.
Yeah.
But he said it just completely stone-faced.
And he was serious about it. I mean, it wasn't.
And he said, well, it does not count if it is just the tip. And if it's just the tip,
then it's not considered.
Count. So I only ever did the tip. And we were all stunned on multiple levels there. I remember that entire dinner was just us trying to convince him, no, that is not the way that works. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, this person also has a hell of a restraint, apparently.
Okay, that was what I was going to ask, but I didn't want to get too gross. But like,
you don't have to get gross with it. You could just say,
if you're in the heat of the moment and then just the tip, what's going on?
There could be a lawn dart in my foot, and I'd be like, all right, let's go.
I mean, listen, I would be like, it's the tip. Let's just go for the whole thing.
No, like the kitchen's on fire right now. I'm like, okay, sounds good. Give me 3 minutes.
See? Yeah. You would take too long for this girl.
I would.
Anyway, to get back to her, she came out and she said, quote, I kind of got a bit lost there for a little bit because I guess once you start earning such high amount of money and you are in the media and a lot of people recognize you, I would not recognize this chick, but I guess a lot of people would. I don't know. It's so easy to lose yourself. And so
I did look her up though in her fiance.
What? First of all, I don't want to jump in here, but how
breaking news.
I just saw this article that everybody that had sex with her had to wear a mask, like a pink mask, so you couldn't see their face.
Why?
Because they were going to film it. It was going to be on camera. I bet some of these dudes are married or have girlfriends and they just wanted to get
jobs
in.
Where they're
a bunch of two pump chumps. Yeah. Or jobs where they don't want to get like recognized, or family.
And that's weird. When you said masks, I thought one thing. They're wearing like pink ski masks,
like a ski mask that you'd rob a bank in, only they're all pink.
Yeah.
I don't know if that matters or if that was the only color they had, but the holes in the eyes and the mouth are cut out. Ew. And she just was like, but maybe that's better for her because
sure.
There are probably some dudes that you're like, ugh, but you don't have to look at them. So I guess that's good. That was smart on Annie Knight's part. That's the porn star that said it. I just think it's crazy that her whole family had to jump in and be like, You got to stop banging random dudes. And then the fiance was the one that initiated this intervention. That could you even imagine being with a woman? Does that take just an insane amount of manliness to be like, yeah, my wife is into porn. She's a porn star, but she's going to be my wife and it doesn't bother me. That has to take,
There has to be
or is there like
giant separation, but I'm just trying to find out. I'm trying to look for her husband and family and whatnot.
and he's not bad looking. She's really pretty. I mean,
Yeah,
she
that's
doesn't-
what I would call an SEC marriage.
What's that mean?
SEC, so Southern Eastern Conference, like football, right?
Oh.
And so every girl down there is a debutante and always done up.
Yeah,
And
she looks
da-da-da-da-da.
really clean
then-
and classy for taking that much.
Yeah. Side topic, have you ever seen you know who Shane Gillis is?
Yeah.
Comedian.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture going around of him and his wife, and everyone's like,
Damn.
same thing,
I know. Same thing.
where it's like, oh, yeah, good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Here's my main question about this. Well, no, I have a lot of questions about it. Like, how does a dude perform if he only has 30 seconds and he's nervous and there are other dudes in the room? Like, can you really rally? I don't know how that works. Because as a woman, we're lucky we can just pretend, you know what I mean? But dudes have to actually be there.
Be into it.
So that's interesting to me. Also, does she go home and he's like, hey, and she's like, I'm tired. You know, that's a
You're really
job.
tired.
Does a cleaning lady want to go home and clean her house? Probably not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if
I
she's
see.
doing that all day,
I was like, what's the cleaning lady have to do with it? And that makes sense.
that makes sense, right? I mean, if
Yeah.
she's out there all day long. So she says this porn star Annie Knight, who is 28 years old, but she said after becoming obsessed, her family intervened, and she says now she's slowed way down.
Oh, good for her.
She slowed way down, which is anything a family would just ask for. That's crazy. I wonder how much money. I'm trying to see if there's an actual amount that she says she makes on OnlyFans. Because if she in OnlyFans filmed her sleeping with that many people, I wonder how much money she made.
I don't know.
That's it. That's all I have. I just wanted to talk about that. I saw it. I had so many questions. How does that work? How do they shuffle in and out? She has to have a coordinator who's there with like a clipboard, like bing, 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 bing. And then it's like they all have to get tested before they can
I'd
go.
imagine.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So many questions. I'm going to keep my eye out on this one and keep you guys informed.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks everybody so much for listening to today's episode of the podcast, Still Awkward with Sadie. Thanking our show sponsor. We love them so much. It's Wilbur's Total Beverage. I love giving alcohol as a gift. It's so perfect when you don't know what to get a person. You just get them a nice bottle of wine, or maybe it's for like a bachelor party. You know, they sell buckets of Fireball shots. I once went to a Britney Spears concert. I shit you not. And the only thing that they sold for drinks was Fireball. And I loved it. I have such good memories. So I don't know, maybe this week, I mean, it's only Tuesday, but maybe I'll drive on over to Wilbur's and get a bucket of Fireball and a nice bottle of wine, because you can do both. That's the great thing about being an adult. They do a ton of stuff for the community and for charity, and they're family owned and operated and locally owned and operated. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, a liquor store, and then in your mind, you may be thinking of that liquor store that you used to go to in college that was like a rat trap and it was super gross and there's bars on the window, and you just think, please don't let me get shot when I'm coming in and out to get my boxed wine. That's not what you're going to get at Wilbur's Total Beverage. It's clean, it's bright, it's a big building, and it's just, I love going in there and shopping. I'm a nerd. I love the different bottle designs. There are some alcohols, the bottles are so cool. It sounds weird, but go in and you'll see what I'm talking about. Wilbur's Total Beverage, a proud sponsor of the podcast. They're located in Fort Collins off of College Avenue. Big thank you to Garage Door Service and Sales, and big thank you to our friends at Christiana Salon Spa. Just the very best sponsors ever. And we love them. And I love you. And thank you for listening to this really graphic. I don't think we were that graphic. No, the tip thing. Just the tip. That was a little graphic.
It went way more graphic than that.